Where'd the music go?
What's going on, everybody? It's Monday night. Jamming out. Kieran's already rocking it. Gotta love it. What's happening, y'all? It's Fandom Empire. No show title to go with the show. Just Q&A time tonight. We're just gonna talk about some random shit. I definitely have some shit I want to talk to these fellas about. And just hang out with us. Have a good time. If you want to support the channel, you can do that. If you don't want to support the channel, well then fuck you. No, I'm kidding. That's cool too. So just hang out with us and help us keep the conversation going.
If you're here, you're supporting us, right?
Yes.
Not monetarily, but...
This is true. I mean, time is money. Time is money.
Views equals money, too. Sometimes. If you got like a million of them.
Kieran says, or pardon me, Jade says, Kieran, I saw so many things while Christmas shopping today that you would have loved.
It's because I love lots of things. But yeah, that's awesome. I hope you bought all of them for me.
I definitely seen a few things.
I think I'm really easy to shop for. I think most people think that I'm pretty easy to shop for.
I could see that. I could see that. Easy to please. You know who's not easy to shop for? Fucking yellow hoodie down there, Mr. Go Fuck himself. Looks a little like Harry Potter.
Hey, I asked for the same motherfucking thing every motherfucking year. I asked for world peace, but I still ain't fucking got it. For the past few years, I've asked for the fucking pandemic to end, and I still ain't gotten that either.
Stop asking. Fuck. Let's get out of this shit. My God. Trying to curse us for life, dude? Fuck.
It's pretty much his fault, I think. It's pretty much Tommy's fault. Probably would have been over like 3 months.
Probably. Everything's
He keeps
my
wishing
fucking
for
fault,
it,
right?
and whatever genie's on the other end there is like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, I believe it.
Halloween Ends. What's that? Never heard of it. Yeah, I mean, whatever you guys want to talk about. You guys want to talk Halloween Ends tonight? We can talk what we're allowed to talk anyways about Halloween Ends. Trying to get anybody in any sort of trouble here, so. Pandemic End Fund, $5, Teen. Oh, man, we'd get super chat out the ass. Just a thought. Let's start with this one. These two can jump in when they want to. So I've been asked a couple of times lately on my personal, DMs, whatever, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, even text. What's the deal with the channel? You guys aren't doing as much now. And the easiest way I can answer that to all of you is we're still here. We're still doing our thing. We have things we can't talk about yet and things that we can talk about. But for me personally, the last 7 to 10 days, I just took a bit of a breather, took a break from like just the fandom space in general and focused on family for a bit and own personal health. And here I am, feeling a lot better for it. So that's kind of where it is. We're not going anywhere. We're still here. We're here every Tuesday night. In that time, I've actually been able to do some editing on the movie while preparing. There's 4 pre-produced videos coming for you. 1 Halloween, 1 Spider-Man, and 2 Resident Evil just in the next 2 weeks. I guess technically there'll be 3 Resident Evil before it's all said and done. So there's that, and then there's a video that's currently being edited for the Star Wars Fandom channel. And yeah, we're still here. People that want to tune in, great. People that don't, that's cool too. It's not going to be Halloween all the time, but you can bet your ass if we're doing a live stream, Halloween's probably going to come up during it for sure, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the main topic all the time. And those that want to tune in can, and those that don't want to tune in, that's their prerogative. So, Tommy B, what's going on, man? What's going on? World peace?
Well, I don't think I'm getting that anytime soon. It's been a week of trying to take it a little bit easy for me. A lot of chores, catching up around home, that sort of thing. Ended a school term and some other stuff about a week ago, so I'm about halfway through a couple week break that I'll pick up after the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. Just been playing a little bit of video games, this and that, and been watching a lot of Marvel lately. Actually, so the joke around here for anyone who might not be familiar is, oh, Tommy B ain't seen it. And in all fairness, I ain't fucking seen a lot of shit. So that's a joke I deserve. But I caught up on the MCU minus a couple of the series, maybe a few months back at this point. Prior to that, I'd seen most of Phase 1, most of Phase 2, maybe bits and pieces of 3. My wife has seen even less. So we're going through chronologically right now, starting all the way from Captain America, the First Avenger, and we just watched the first Avengers movie tonight, and she's enjoying it. She's really enjoying it, which is exciting. She'll get some of the references, some of all the fun stuff. She really wants to know who Alligator Loki is. So, that's just some stuff that I got going on my end right now. Fun stuff.
I'm really excited for that Hawkeye series. Is it out yet?
Yeah.
Comes out tomorrow.
Thursday.
Wednesday more.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Is it tomorrow?
I like that it seems Christmassy themed.
Wednesday morning. I don't know.
I like that it seems Christmassy themed, which is really cool. And it honestly, it feels like something that's going to be fun, like not crazy or, they're not saving the universe. It feels like it's going to be something fun. And I've really enjoyed all of the series so far. There's just been really, all the series have been really different. Like they just go for something totally different every time. They're like, they're not like, oh, let's make a superhero show. They're like, let's make a show that's about this and that, and then we'll throw one of our superheroes in it. Like just kind of.
So I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Falcon Winter Soldier. Then I stopped because I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I need to see the rest of the fucking MCU first. I watched what I felt was necessary so I could follow along with Loki, and I watched enough. I was good with that. Honestly, enough? I think I watched too much, and I loved Loki.
Well then.
And it was probably the best series as far as receptions go on so far. Hawkeye is, a character I think is underrated. It's great that he's finally getting his own, his own project, his own, not quite a film, but a series. I'm really hoping that they do the character justice and what have you. It's pretty exciting. I've been looking forward to it since they announced it.
Nice.
But the whole reason we started this most recent run through is because I'm shooting. It's not going to be like a release night or anything like that, but I'm shooting to catch No Way Home while it's in theaters. So
hopefully opening night.
Probably
we're going to be talking about it.
Yeah, we will be talking about it. We're doing a big thing that night, so
you all are going to see this movie opening night.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the name of the game. We'll be seeing most big movies that come out opening night if we can. So if I'm not going to get into that on air. Let's just say my oldest guy can't go to the movie theater, and if he could, then I would be waiting for him. But since he can't, I'm going to see it opening night. And then we probably won't do the Halloween Kills thing where we come back that very night and do it. But
what?
Well, I mean, we can. It all depends how it goes. But either that night or the following night. And
we definitely won't get 9 or 10 people in here.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm certainly not going to catch this film at freaking 8, 9 o'clock at night. I would have to go to like a 6 p.m. showing if I could find one near me. That would be
another leprechaun. Oh, okay.
How about no?
I want the gold.
Oh my god. Sean, how would you rank Kieran's performance as Michael compared to Castle or Courtney? Well, I don't know if Castle or Courtney have ever nearly killed themselves on a boat. So, I don't know if I can properly answer that question. I'll say this, Kieran did everything we wanted him to do and then some, including almost killing himself. So, we're very happy, and we'll let you guys do the comparisons.
I mean, I'm definitely not a trained actor, and we know what's we know what goes into it, and we know that this is a fan film that we decided to have fun with, but I did take it very seriously and did lots of studying. So I hope
Hey.
at the very least people don't think that like it's a big negative about the film. Although I do know that people are going to be like, "Oh, he lifted his left arm way quicker than his right arm, and Michael never does that." And those are going to be the things that other people are going to notice. That
Now, why
I-
are you in the chat, Mike, and not in here hanging out with us, man? You could be in here hanging out with us because I'm about to actually ask these guys what some of their favorite movies they've seen in 2021 are. I figured you'd be probably pretty good for that conversation. Although I don't want you to rank them because that's going to be the last show we do this year. But yeah, no, Kieran was great as the Shade. He was awesome, and he was also good as James.
Following up on the Ghostbusters talk, I have not caught that yet. I'll be catching that in not next week, but the following week. I'm getting in for free with some work thing, so can't pass that up. I don't know all that much about Ghostbusters. I've seen like the first film, and that's probably it. What about you guys?
a good friend of mine who is a big Ghostbusters fan said that it was amazing and he loved it. He
That's
did say
Afterlife?
that I don't know if the casual fan will appreciate so many things, but apparently they did everything right for real Ghostbusters fans. So, and yeah, he made sure to go see it ASAP, and he said it was amazing. So
I've mostly been hearing good things, which following up from what I've heard about the last movie is like a total 180-degree turn, right? I've heard that the last movie was a piece of shit, and they would have been better if they did make it.
the last movie, I mean, it was made like kind of like an Austin Powers type of, like just really dumb sort of humor. There was a lot of editing that didn't seem to make sense in it, but I did like the performances in the last one. I thought the girls were funny, and I thought that Chris Hemsworth was hilarious, and but it was just kind of a gag movie. Like it was almost like a spoof in a way. So
I'm not a Ghostbusters fan. I've probably seen 1 and 2 a couple of times each, and definitely not any time in the last 15 years. And even I have heard incredible things about this movie from people that like aren't Ghostbusters fans. So it has me intrigued. I'll say that. I didn't think I'd be intrigued, but I'm intrigued. So it's at least got me interested. For sure. Dean says, I have both Busters on 4K. Dean, I think I might be just a little too high for that kind of sly talk at the moment. I heard great things about Afterlife so far. It seems to be the common consensus out there at the moment.
I mean, yeah, I've only heard good things from people, but I mean, I liked the movies as a kid a lot. I didn't really follow up with them for like I don't watch them all the time as an adult, but I remember loving them as a kid, and I do remember most of the movies. So I am excited to see it, but man, there's so many things to see. I still never saw Venom. I honestly, there's like 5 movies in the theater right now I should see. I still haven't seen Dune.
Dune's good. I really do think you'll like Dune. You know what though? You just watched No Time to Die. No Time to Die. And I believe you said I don't want to get into the rankings, but we'll say you really really liked this movie.
Honestly, I was waiting until his last performance to say this, but I think that he's the best Bond of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
I pretty much thought it before, but I don't like to, I don't like to rank us, and like a football player or a hockey player, I don't rank them until their career is finished and they've put everything out there, and and yeah, I mean, obviously these movies are better made. It's like comparing, older movies to newer movies, and we know what happens when that, when we do that. But honestly, I think he's the best Bond, and I really enjoyed the movie. It tied the whole thing together. It had stuff from the Casino Royale, like all the way through the series of movies that he did put together in there. Which I thought was amazing because I really liked all of those movies. And what's his name? Christoph Waltz puts in a great performance again. Remy Malek was in it a lot less than I thought he would be, but no, he's a good actor. He's a really good actor. So,
Yeah.
and the ending is so surprising and so crazy. I won't go over it, but the ending is just not what I thought was going to happen, and just fantastic. It was a very emotional, amazing movie, and I think it caps off the best Bond run ever. And I am a big Bond fan, so like I do like I do like all of the Bonds for different reasons too. So
I loved No Time to Die. It's long, but it's the good kind of long with good story building and world building and storytelling for the characters. And it's a very deep movie too. In my opinion, it's by far the deepest Bond movie that I've ever seen, and it definitely hits you in the feels. I can't really say why unless we get into spoilers, but it hits you in the feels, and it's definitely one of my favorite movies of this year. And I'll say this is going to be a common theme over the next few weeks, and it might turn some of our channel against me. I like No Time to Die a lot more than I like Halloween Kills.
What? What the fuck did you just say?
I said it was the best movie this year. I said it was the best movie this year for sure.
It's number 2 on my list at the moment. I won't say what number 1 is, but it's number 2 on my list.
Number 1 will turn people.
I have to go back and look at what movie.
When I heard your number 1, I was like, "What the fuck is this guy thinking?"
It's what I'm not going to say what my number 1 is, obviously, but like it was just so influential to so many people at the right time. So
I don't know how many new movies I've seen this year because most of them I've seen on streaming services. I'd have to look at a friggin' list and figure that out. The most recent new movie I've seen, the most recent movie I've seen released wise is Kills, but I just saw Shang-Chi last week, and I enjoyed that. I don't know if you guys thought much about it, caught it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I enjoyed it. It's interesting to hear them finally see the 10 rings get fleshed out a little bit because they're mentioned in the original Iron Man film. That's the outfit that is going after Stark and all. So
I'm starting to be firmly convinced the Oct is a Kieran burner account. I just rewatched Halloween 5 the other day. Gotta admit, it had some pretty good suspense.
It's a fantastic film.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, oh man, I just feel so like wanting to like engage in movie discussion for this year. I'll say another group of movies I really loved this year was the Fear Street movies. I don't know if it was just the
You see,
experience.
I wouldn't have even fucking thought of listing those. This is something I'm gonna have to take some time and list out. What are new movies that came out this year?
All three are on my top 10,
Really?
including the third one. That's right.
You didn't have much good shit to say about the third one when it came out. Oh, holy shit! You fucking took a big shit all over that movie.
Recency bias is a thing, believe it or not. It's a thing. It's this terrible.
Yeah, you were biased. You had some biases against that film. I remember that very well. I'm half tempted to go back to our show that week and start clipping some stuff out.
I mean, I truly do think after you've seen a movie the first couple of times and you take a little bit of a break from it and then you go back to it, you get more of a like how you actually feel about the movie feel to it. And like even like with Halloween Kills now, and for me it's like I definitely don't think as highly of it as I first did. And I think the script, both of them for that matter, are better than the movie itself. And yet it's still a really good Halloween movie, and it's still a Halloween movie that I'm gonna love. But it's not top 2 for me or top 3.
When are we doing that show next week?
The Halloween ranking?
No. Top 10 movies of 2021. Is that next week?
No, yeah, no, that'll be like tentatively speaking,
January, February?
it looks like it'd be December 29th, the last show of 2021. So for sure. For shiz.
I feel like
I don't know why the
Spider-Man
fuck
might
I
appear
said.
on that
I don't know why the fuck I
Oh,
said
sure.
next week. No Way Home hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man probably has a very good chance of appearing on that list.
Let's hope it knocks out that crap on the top of yours.
Crap. It's not crap. Most influential entertainment product of 2021 is what I would say. Has anybody seen that? I didn't even know this existed, and then I've seen a few people started to talk about it. Wheel of Time yet?
Oh man,
Is it any good? Like,
I watched the first episode, and man, was it not that great. Like it was like it doesn't seem like it seems to be trying to set up something big, like a big world. And I know that's the whole thing was they were like, hey, we need a Game of Thrones. Let's get one of those. And they spent a shit ton of money on it. But it seems like it's a poorly, I don't know. It wasn't exciting at all. It wasn't fun. The characters all seem blah. I don't know exactly where it's going. The premise is like, I don't know if it's trying to go for some sort of, I don't know. Honestly, it seems like a terrible like Saturday morning cartoon show premise right now. Like, I'm gonna watch it because you gotta wait for these things. I wouldn't tell anybody like, oh, it's so bad, don't bother watching it, don't bother watching the series, because it's something that's got to set up over time. Obviously, I mean, I think a lot of people fell in love with Game of Thrones after the first episode pretty quickly, but you got to wait a while for these things to set up. However, I was not interested, didn't find it that exciting at all, didn't like any of the characters. I have almost nothing good to say about it. So, I don't know.
I Dune is number one on Sean's list, says Michael Bish. Dune is definitely on my top 10, but it's not number one. You'd have to think outside of the box. Or maybe inside the box.
We gotta not talk about this because I'm having a hard time not giving it up.
Oh man. Lots of Fear Street love going on in the chat, guys. Did you guys have a chance to see all 3 films, or no? Kieran didn't. Wow.
I saw the first one.
Yeah, I talked about it on here with y'all. And I loved them.
I saw the first one and I liked it, but I don't know. I guess it didn't do enough to push me to need to watch the other 2 because I never got around to it.
When I look back at it now that I've had time away from them, I would say the first one is probably the worst of the 3. And yet it's a really fun, little horror flick.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I liked it, and I don't know why it didn't make me want to watch the rest of it because I remember liking it. But I don't know. It obviously didn't do enough to push it up my priority list of other things I have to watch. Obviously, I got like a million things to watch and no time to do it in right now. So honestly, between my 2 jobs and my kids and driving them off to do all the things that they do, and I got
if you want TV time, it basically has to be before bed, like right before you go to sleep. And then it's like, am I going to sacrifice 30 minutes or an hour of my sleep to watch this? And like at this age, it's like you really got to like something in order to sacrifice that time.
Well, and I just like to watch shit I've already seen a million times. Like I know you watch Seinfeld, right?
Oh,
I'm the same. I watch Rick and Morty for the 100 millionth time. I rewatched Sons of Anarchy. I rewatched Breaking Bad. I rewatched Game of Thrones. I rewatched, I rewatch Star Trek: The Next Generation every once in a while. I go and there's 7 seasons of that. 7 seasons of that, I think. I just like to rewatch shit. I'm getting old. I'm like that. With music, you get old and you're like, you know what? There's nothing new anymore. I don't care. I'm just going to listen to the same shit I always listen to. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting there. I'm getting old, so I'm just like, I'm just going to keep going over the things that I know.
Nothing wrong with that. I've been sitting here debating lately, what do I watch next? Do I go back and rewatch Smallville? Again, I just finished a rewatch basically a year ago. Or do I start a Supernatural rewatch? But I've been like holding off on that because Tommy and I want to do something with Revisiting the Patreon, but it's finding the time and doing it the right way. Although I don't think I'm ever going to be able to just watch, okay, here's 2 episodes of Supernatural. Now don't watch any more for like a month. I don't think I'm capable of that. I totally get rewatching what you love because you know what you're going to get.
Yeah. I want to rewatch, I like to rewatch season 1 of Prison Break quite often too. Because season 1 is awesome and the rest of the show is all right to pretty bad. So
Mike Bish says, Sean, you're going to be disappointed in my Spider-Man ranking tomorrow. I think most people are going to be disappointed in my Spider-Man ranking tomorrow. So,
I mean, I think people are disappointed either way because I don't think there's a large consensus on who is the best.
You don't think most people are Team Toby?
No, I don't think so. I think the people who grew up with Toby will like Toby, and I think the people who are into the Marvel now more than anything are gonna like whoever that guy's name is. Tom Holland. So, I don't know. I think Andrew Garfield is clearly in third, but I don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow.
Movies, to be totally honest with you, haven't even seen them. The Tobey Maguire movies, I absolutely loved them. I grew up with them, right? The new and the MCU Spider-Man movies, they're like, we're gonna watch them when we get to them in the appropriate time spots. I found that we have access to a streaming service where they're actually on, so can't beat that.
Mike Bish says everyone is talking about Yellowstone. Yes, they are. Other people in my fiance's side of the family don't shut up about it. But like even people online, like very reputable places are saying like this is like Western style Game of Thrones type success of a show. I haven't tried it yet. But it's something I'm probably going to give a chance to. If I see a show that's gone like 4 or 5 seasons, it's like, I know they're only in their 4th now, but it's like, okay, maybe this is worth starting now. There's nothing worse than starting a show and then it's done after 2 seasons.
I think I'm in the second season somewhere, but it is a very good show. Very good show. Very good acting in it. Very realistic, and it does have it's not an HBO show, right? It's a Showtime
Amazon.
show.
Or I know.
I don't know, but either way, it feels like an HBO show, and it's definitely very good. I don't want to give away anything, but it's definitely really good. It's a very well done show.
When you think of times you've been burned with a show, maybe you really enjoy it. It's 1 season, 2 seasons, whatever, and it's just suddenly ends, whether they appropriately wrap it up or it just gets canceled, never returns. What stands out in your mind the most? That might be a tough question, but just first thing that comes to your mind.
Let
me go first. So I could probably pull out a better one, but as we all know here at the channel, I watch a lot of animation, right? So Fox ran a show a while back. It was kind of like, it was a sitcom, a little bit He-Man inspired, I think it was. It was called Son of Zorn. And they made a lot of pops and such, and all those pops ended up in the bins where nobody buys them. They ended up going to the discount pile because apparently this show was a major fucking piece of shit. It ends on 1 season on a cliffhanger, and it never got renewed ever again, which sucked because I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't, at the top of my list of what I was watching or anything like that, but when it wasn't renewed, I was disappointed. What about you guys?
I mean, there's only 1 season of Clone High, and that show was awesome. That's another animated show. It has 1 season, and I go back and watch it every once in a while because you watch the whole show in a day. And I thought it was hilarious. I loved it, and I think there was no problem with the ratings or anything like that. I think it was one of those things where everyone just couldn't get together and do it again. There was some behind the scenes problems.
One that stands out for me is Impastor, which is a fucking hilarious show with Michael Rosenbaum as the lead. But if you're easily offended, maybe that's not the show for you. So that's one that stands out. There's a couple of CW shows that I don't even remember the name of anymore, but at the time it was like, oh yeah, I'm really digging it. One of them had like a bunch of ex-Supernatural people in it. But that's the problem, is they could have been these other shows and they end early and you gravitate more to the show that has 4 seasons, 5 seasons, 7 seasons, 10 seasons, 15 seasons. Yeah.
Another example that comes to mind, and others could probably speak better on this than me if they've seen it. Kieran said something about clones. I missed the last season or 2 of this show, but it was a show called Kyle XY, and it was on ABC Family, which later became Freeform. It's all about cloning and technology, that sort of shit. And it ends up being kind of like an action show, and it went on for a few seasons. But my understanding is that it was just it got the okay, we're not renewing treatment, so it ended rather abruptly or on a cliffhanger. And I don't know. I just feel like when you make shows like this, you wish for the sake of the friggin' staff that works on it, they could find out at least at the beginning of their season more time and not, hey, this is gonna be the last season. But obviously that's not gonna happen if you only make one season. They want to hit the air first before they say, okay, we're gonna award you another season, another 2 seasons, whatever. You know, at least if they get it in writing, they know what to write to. They don't extend beyond that and leave so many loose ends. But I'm sure it could be argued the other way too. Loose ends means more incentive to keep going.
Yeah, I could see it both ways, to be honest. But it's one of the reasons why, like, someone will be like, I'm a day one of this show. It's like, cool, awesome. I don't have the time. Like, I gotta be.
How far'd that get you in life?
I right. I have to be the, okay, is this worth the small amount of free time that I have guy? Right. So like Game of Thrones, I didn't start. I think they were already through 3 seasons. So I was able to binge 1 through 3. And then I think season 4, like half the season leaked before the rest of the season aired. So I got caught up pretty quick, but I also was able to get like deep into, the halfway point of the show almost, where if you're just at the beginning of a long-term storytelling project and it doesn't go there, it has no real payoff. Like, either you guys watch The Witcher? No, you never did try The Witcher with Henry?
It's been on my list of things to watch. It's on my recommended Netflix, but I have never picked it up. My understanding is they should be coming out with the 2nd season soon, shouldn't they? Or they're working on it.
Yep, in December. Comes out in December. If you like the games, you'll like this. If you don't like the games, I don't think it really matters. But it's like it's very much in the vein of Game of Thrones, but maybe a little more fantasy to it. So
my sister's been bothering me to do that quite a bit, to watch that show.
I just assumed you'd watch it. It did seem like it'd be something up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is, but
Cavell is so good in it. Oh man, makes you realize like what they could have done with him as Superman and didn't.
Well, the problem with that is that jar, they have a million problems with that whole thing. So
you're not wrong.
the whole DC movie universe has been plagued by 100 billion problems. So
let's see what else we got here. Tracy says Supernatural season 1 I'd put up against almost any other first season. It wins hands down. Oh wow. It is so good, except for Bugs. Bugs is terrible. It is, and they'll tell you that too. It really made that show, like, because of how successful that first season was. It opened everything up to them. It's not my favorite season of Supernatural, but I could see why it's higher quality TV than a lot of season 1s or a lot of shows. Do you have any fan films released already? Nope. Both in the working progress stages.
how's that going anyways? Like, I know you don't want to tell anybody, what's been done or anything about it, but like, has it been a fun experience? Has it been like, is it really taxing? Is it more or less work than you thought it was going to be?
No, it's about the same amount of work I thought it was going to be during this time. Kind of like you were talking about, just finding the time, right? So there will be a teaser that gets released this year. The movie, we're probably looking at February would be my guess, because there's still something I want to add to it, and got to wait for something for that. So
do I need to do that?
You may. So, uh, we'll see. We'll see. Uh, Supernatural sucks. Ouch. Ouch. How dare you on the day of my daughter's wedding?
You know what? I like Supernatural, and I still think it was pretty fun to watch. I would have watched it if it was weekly, like if it was still going, but I don't think I can binge it just because of the formula of the show being so episodic and not like a continuous story overload constantly or anything. Um, but I can see why anyone would be like, nah, this isn't for me. Like, it's definitely a niche show, right?
It's Supernatural does a really good job of long-term storytelling while bleeding in random episodes of stuff. But I would say that they lost a lot of that towards the end. You weren't getting as many one-offs. Everything was like slow builds to an end of the season. I felt like in the
Scooby
end,
Natural was great though.
oh, Scooby Natural was fucking hilarious. That's amazing.
Did they do a Scooby-Doo crossover? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, they sure did.
Ah, that's cool. I love those. The Scooby-Doo WWE one, my kids love it. It's funny that they cross over with Batman and they cross over so many different things.
I have
You.
seen all the seasons but one of Vampire Diaries, and I stopped because it started strong. I think it's a show that started good and then fell off a cliff and just became like, well, what can we think of this week?
I didn't. I guess I can't properly talk about the show because I've only seen certain episodes while my wife was watching it. But trash. It was trash. It's garbage. It's like to me it seems like a soap opera with vampires in it, and I'm not interested in that.
Well, for whatever it's worth,
Dawson's
I've been throwing together a list of new films I've seen this year since I see nothing. And I'm currently at 11 new films I've seen.
To be
And
clear,
two
they
more.
have to have been released this year.
Do you remember who came up with that nickname for you, Tommy? I haven't.
Oh,
I think it was
I haven't
you.
seen it, Bradshaw.
It was you.
No, it wasn't me.
I know who it was.
Who the fuck was it then?
It was the birthday boy who's not here.
Fucking douchebag. I'm happy he's not here.
For shits and giggles, it's
And yes,
still haven't
they
heard
are
from
all 2021 release dates.
2021 release dates. Yeah,
Yes.
I got time to work on my list still. So
We got a lot of stuff that came out this year, despite everything, right? I mean, Kills is just the tip of the iceberg. You've got several Marvel movies that came in there, a few high-grossing animated films, a few anime films that even made it were released in Japan in 2021 and then ended up being dubbed over and released to the wider English-speaking world later. There's a lot of stuff, stuff you might gotta think outside the box a little bit, I guess.
What do you guys think? Do you guys see Shang-Chi?
I have
Yes,
not.
I just got done saying a few, 10 minutes ago about that. I checked it out last week and I really enjoyed it. It was nice to get the 10 rings fleshed out a little bit more.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Sorry, I remember you said that. Yeah.
Yep. And the 10 rings is the the outfit, the terrorist outfit, whatever, from Iron Man 1. That's a cell of them, right? So
Yep.
get them fleshed out a little bit, and the Mandarin's a character from Shang-Chi, and so on and so forth. It's pretty freaking cool.
I did really hate that the 10 rings were these giant rings that go on his arm instead of
Oh, I
Rings
know.
like that.
Like when you hear rings and you don't have the background with this, this character or this whatever. Maybe you're thinking something like Lord of the Rings or some shit. I
Well,
hear
no,
what
it's
you're
in
saying.
the comics. The Mandarin had 10 rings that were like rings on his fingers, like not giant. not what that was.
I didn't read the comics, man. So you know more than me.
Yeah.
This was my first encounter with Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings world, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but the movie was good, and I thought that the girl was hilarious. I thought she was amazing in it.
If anybody in this chat
Damn.
watches the new Home Alone movie, your mom is a hoe. Don't touch.
Well,
Don't touch a
I've
clock.
heard only bad things about that film, so
It doesn't look good at all to me. Can't say I'm interested.
To me, there's only one way you can do Home Alone right again, and that is have fucking Macaulay Culkin be the one breaking into the home.
Oh, that's fucked. Oh, that's fucked.
for some crack.
I didn't say that.
That's even more fucked. What about Black Widow? You guys seen Black Widow despite the controversy that came along with the film?
I had no
Yeah,
interest
yeah.
in it.
No.
I saw it and I liked it. The characters were really great in it. The only problem with Black Widow is just too many goddamn Marvel movies. So it's just the Marvel movie formula. It has lots of action in it. That's great. It has lots of jokes right in the middle of the action that kind of make it seem campy. But like all of the characters in Black Widow were great. The guy from Stranger Things was great in it. His character was hilarious, and it was a fun movie, and I remember liking it quite a bit. And the only problem that I had with it is it's just another one to throw on your Marvel movie pile. And Shang-Chi's kind of like the same thing, where it was like I enjoyed it, I liked it, it was good when I was in theater. I laughed, I thought I was hanging on the action. The scenes were great, but like it's just another one to throw on the pile there. I don't know if it ranks high. I don't know if it ranks low.
I feel like some of the stuff I've been hearing about Eternals is that it takes a few chances and maybe goes outside that formula, but apparently it flops. And that's one reason why there's been a lot of hate getting thrown around about it. I haven't seen it, so I can't speak about it myself, but
I have heard that, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of controversial things anyway about it. Where are we here?
it was this question. Sorry if my question is off topic, but are there any known differences between Kills, director's cut, and theatrical cut other than the ending? Sean, we talked about this in a recent show. I believe what we know is that some of the scenes that were cut in the script may be extended a little bit. I don't think we know much more officially about that, do we?
I don't know if we're getting any new scenes other than what he mentions here, which is really just a new addition to an existing scene. And I think we're getting, some scenes that run a little longer. But I haven't been able to verify anywhere that we're getting. I think there's people that see this that got, maybe spoiled with what Dr. Sleep did. And you had your theatrical cut, which was 2 hours and 30 minutes. And then the director's cut for Dr. Sleep was 3 hours and 2 minutes, 32 minutes more footage, which is not realistic at all. I wouldn't be surprised if the difference here is maybe 5 minutes in runtime, if that, and very subtle differences.
Well, that's shit.
I wouldn't expect anything major. I wouldn't expect the beginning of the flashback, which was cut, but who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. But from what I understand, it's not something massive because they'd be marketing it more, and they really aren't marketing it at all. Linton, anyone seen I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series? I have not, but I've heard it was fucking atrocious. I heard it was terrible. I don't know. What have you heard?
Sorry, which movie?
TV series. I know what you did last summer.
Oh, I haven't heard anything. I don't know anybody's watched it.
Haven't seen it.
They're putting the Nick Castle scene in the deleted scenes part. iTunes confirms the director's cut is at 4 minutes longer. See, I said not to expect much, and said it a few times. We talked about it even over on Patreon, where I think someone was under the impression it was going to be like 20 plus minutes, and it was like, no, not to my knowledge.
That's pretty freaking stupid.
That's the norm, though, right? That's like when you get a director's cut, it's not normally that much bigger.
It's not normally 32 minutes longer, but it's usually about half that, 10, 15-minute range. 4 minutes difference is definitely on the lower side of things.
Did they ever take...
Unless you do something big like change the climax or change the ending or the beginning, I can't understand why go through the trouble of making a separate cut.
I don't know. I'm definitely not going gung-ho over it. I think you'll notice very few differences and see what happens.
I mean, if you add 30 seconds to 8 different scenes, that could make a difference in something, right?
Jerry says, what is the other flashback? It's not another flashback. It's the beginning of the first flashback. So when we go to 1978 in the theatrical cut, like you're already mid-chase scene, where it technically begins before they even get the call about Michael. So Entertainment Wizard says the extended cut is just a cash grab. Yeah, it's probably accurate. Probably accurate. I wouldn't doubt that at all. What do you guys got going on the rest of the week?
I'll be traveling. Go spend the Thanksgiving holiday with the in-laws.
Yes, happy early Thanksgiving to all of our American viewers out there.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate Turkey Day and then go ruin every retail worker's freaking life day. Hopefully if anyone's going Black Friday shopping, they'll do it safely. Oh, that's another thing.
Oh boy.
It's been weird this year. They Black Friday deals, a lot of retailers, they've been pushing them all early, like more than usual. So I've been aware over the years y'all have a little bit of Black Friday up in the land of the Maple Leaf, but apparently people don't go as crazy about it as they do down here, trampling each other to get into the stores to get the newest TV, iPads, iPhones, Tickle Me Elmos, and all your bullshit.
It's nothing here. It's honestly, it's no different than another sale somewhere else. It's not different than...
It's not quite that small anymore, but it's not what they do for Boxing Day up here.
Boxing Day is not even that great up here either, but...
Boxing Day is only up here.
Oh, do they not do Boxing Day?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's Black Friday is like it's like a sale. It's like any other sale. You can't find any. You're not going to find a TV for a quarter of the price up here.
No. You're not getting come buy this brand new PS5 for half price or anything like that. No,
it's like
you get 25 to 30% off of the really good things, and anything else, consider it a bonus. Yeah, Thanksgiving Canada was in October.
I think it was the Monday before Kills came out.
Indeed. So we got a show tomorrow night. We are talking who are our favorite Spider-Men to this point, ranking Toby, Tom, and Andrew. And we're also going to rank the performers of Michael Myers. everyone who has donned the white mask in a Halloween movie, we're gonna rank them, and then we'll do some more Q&A and just have a fun old time.
I've done exactly 0% of that so far.
Well, my Spider-Man one's easy. Like, I mean, it's 3 names, right? Quickly rank them, and for me, I don't even need to think about it. So
That's true. That's true.
the Michael Myers ones too are kind of self-explanatory. You know, I kill 2 right off the top, and then the fight for thirds between 2, and then after that, it's just they were 2 pretty easy lists.
How similar is it to your ranking of the movies?
Oh, I don't think they're the same. If that helps.
Pretty fair.
I like Tyler Mane as Michael Myers. So
do I. I don't think he's entirely Michael Myers because it's hard. He feels a lot more like Jason to me, but I do like what he did. It's not his fault. He's fucking huge.
Answer the question.
Do you all put maple syrup on your turkey, dress half drunk Dave McRae in a turkey suit, and go hunting? Wow, Jerry. That's a
pretty fucking good one right there.
That seems like a good final question for the night.
Fucking maple syrup on your turkey. Shit.
We got an hour out of this, and what a way to end with. Kieran, Tommy, thanks for doing this, guys. It was fun hanging out with the chat. Tomorrow night, Fandom Empire Live. We'll see you all then. Good night.
Hi, guys. This is Terrence, Fandom Empire. And you're watching Fandom Empire Live, which Sean didn't invite me to, so it's probably going to be a piece of shit!